you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we got another NHL 19 video. This one thanks to a suggestion on the interweb by Dylan Allen in the comment section a while back, and that is if we go and we play up an entire season with no undrafted players in the league. So what we went ahead and did is we took off every single team's undrafted players that were below a 75 overall. Figured whatever, below 75 just as no extra stress. So we didn't even bother because those guys probably don't make the team anyway. There probably was only 2 or 3 of them, to be completely honest. You know, besides the point that we're undrafted in the first place. But the easiest way to do this, I guess, is we're just going to go down the lists of teams. I threw them on in the international teams of players no longer in the league. We'll start with where we began, and that's good old Team Ukraine, looking like a pretty good team. Probably the best team of them all. They're going to lose. They're going to gain Giordano, Torey Krug, Ranta, Zuccarello, Hutton, Shiri, TVR. I think that was the only loss for those Carolina Hurricanes was TVR. There was a couple teams, I believe, that did not have any undrafted players lost. I think it was 2. No, there was actually 3. My bad. There was Edmonton, and then there was the New York Islanders. The only 3 teams in the league not to lose a player due to them being undrafted. So those guys like to draft their talent, apparently. We'll go over what was the next team. Was it Poland? I think it was Poland. Oh, yeah. There's my Blue Jackets. It's like free agency. It's not even like they're undrafted losing. It's just like, oh, free agency happened. Columbus, bye Panarin, bye Bob. Thank you guys for reminding me, EA. I appreciate that. Tyler Johnson and Gorto. Some pretty decent losses for Tampa Bay. Not losing Kucherov, though. One of the Russians that did come over in the draft. Wasn't one of those guys that dominated on SK, then came on over. We see that quite often over there from the Russian teams. Gord Kincaid. Okay, the Blue Jackets lost Kincaid, too. I guess we'll throw that on there if you want to include it. Zaitsev and Bozak for the Leafs. They wanted to drop. Was it Zaitsev contract? Was I was trying to move around there for a little bit? There you go. We helped you out, Toronto. Glad we could be a big help to your team there. Now you can go ahead and sign Mitch Marner to like a $15 million contract or something. Is that fair? We go to Latvia, and this is where the big losses come. I'm talking San Jose Sharks. The Sharks lost 5 players. Not only did they lose 5 players, though, they lost 2 goalies as well. Now, we've seen Vancouver lose 5 players, but again, Vancouver wasn't a team that lost 5 players, including both of their goalies. That's a big loss. To go out there, no goalies going into next season. Going to be very interesting to see how those San Jose Sharks do, not having any goaltenders, but this should clean up the list. Yeah, the last couple are in the 60s. Those are just old Latvia players. Those are guys that are, I should bring it up real quick as well. Was there a player up here, Marcia Salt Jones? It might have been on Poland or Norway. Did we skip Norway? We skipped Norway? I think we skipped Norway. I don't remember now. But it was Zuccarello. Zuccarello was on the list, and was it not Pionk? It was somebody else. If you've seen somebody in like the 80 overall range and it was on one of these teams, it was because they actually played for that team and I just didn't take them off of it. That's probably what that is. If you're like, that guy was drafted, it was likely that was his hometown team he was being represented by, so that's why we've seen that right there. I swear we didn't go through Norway. Let's go ahead and continue through Norway just in case. No, maybe we had to go through Norway. You know what it was? I know what it was. I didn't have enough goalies to trade away for some teams, so I had to go with Norway, and then I go to Latvia as well for a team that was moving the goalies with San Jose. That's what happened there. But we should be good to go. All of the undrafted players are chilling on teams that cannot participate in the season. This should be an interesting season, though, nonetheless. I think one of the other teams we didn't bring up was Calgary. Calgary lost 5 players as well. Big hit there, losing Mark Giordano. Big player, a Norris Trophy winning kind of guy right there. Not kind of winning, but kind of guy, but actual guy. Mark Giordano, for Calgary to lose a guy like that after having a year they just had. It'll be interesting to see how that'll go. Just like, you know, Boston losing Torey Krug as well. And then, of course, you know, Columbus losing Panarin and Bobrovsky, but I'm already ready for that. This is just going to be a little sneak peek from the Columbus team. All these teams are going to get their undrafted players back, and then there's Columbus. We're just going to hold on to him. He is not going to give them back, you know, respect it. As far as Nashville is concerned, though, 17-13. The team was a 93 overall. We chose Nashville because it was one of the higher overalls, and I wanted to try to choose a team that was, you know, going to make playoffs and everything. We could just sim up the playoffs with them, see if they make it. But Nashville right now, they're turning it around a little bit. I was about to bad talk them, say they ain't doing too hot, but they're back up to 25-19. They just gotta okay, never mind. We're gonna go back to talking bad about them because they're losing a lot of games again. They're not doing too bad though. 27-23. That's probably not gonna make playoffs though. So they're gonna have to play a little bit better than that. 27-18 out of those Dallas Stars though. Dallas didn't lose too much, I don't believe, did they? I think they lost. Was it a defenseman they lost that was undrafted? Not entirely sure what that was now. I'm sure you guys over there in Dallas will be able to remind me though of exactly who you guys lost, but I don't know. This could be a crazy kind of end to a season because there are some teams that did lose some bigger players, but a lot of teams just lost those depth guys, those, you know, bottom 6 of the top 6 or the bottom 6 in general, guys. See how much that depth makes a difference. Obviously, the goaltending is going to be a big difference as well. If there's one thing that you see a lot of undrafted players of in the league, I think it's the goaltending was one of the higher ones up in there. So again, we'll see what happens with that as well. Right now, Nashville, I don't think they're making playoffs. I don't think we had enough points. I didn't quite catch the last 2 weeks. I was too busy gabbing along here. Yeah, they didn't make playoffs. I thought they struggled a little bit there to make playoffs. And they did indeed. We'll finish up this month of, what is this, April? We'll finish up April here real quick. Then we'll go check out the standings before we finish up and see who does win that Stanley Cup. Here we go. See what we got going here. 63 points out of Forsberg. Come on, Johansson. Carry the team for us, bud. 63 points out of the good old Forsberg. Johansson was right behind him. Not too far behind him. That's all right, Johansson. You're only getting paid like $9 million a year to put up 59 points, but I still love you because you're next Blue Jacket. Sagan had 96 points, 92 out of Gaudreau, 89 out of Tavares. So you see the guys putting up a little bit more points, but not a whole lot. Actually, less than we've seen in the NHL this year, but not a whole lot. A little bit, though, because you do have some teams that are struggling without a lot of good goaltenders back there. So you've seen the Patrick Laine's and the Sean Monahans going out there and putting up good games. Monahan needed a good game. Plus 21. That's a good sign for Calgary that he went out there, put up 85 points, and was a plus 21. So you know what? The signs for Calgary making playoffs still might be there. Jack Eichel, though, minus 20. Sorry, Buffalo. You lost 5 players. Your team was already struggling. That was a big blow for you guys. Eichel, though, promising point per game player right there. Mitch Marner, 79 points. I bet Toronto was hoping he was 79 points this year. Maybe drop like $357.5K on that contract for next year. Who knows, though? Zach Parise, baby. 77 points. 39 goals, though. Killing it. Ovi had 45, though. Typical Ovi. 75. Nylander, plus 29. 75 points as well. I bet they love seeing that. Kucherov with only 74. Yeah, we're done. We're done here. Kucherov has 74. McDavid has 72. That was enough stats for the day. I seen all I needed to see. I'll look at who has the most wins. I lied because goalie stats don't count. Sorry. Spoiler alert, goalie stats don't count. I think I say that like every video now, though. But I always remind people of it because I know everybody doesn't watch every single video. The ones that do, I very much appreciate it that you guys do. Thank you very much. But I know some people just click on one every once in a while. Don't really understand why I don't show the goalie stats. So that's kind of why I explain it repeatedly. 95 points out of the Blackhawks. 100 out of the Stars. 100 out of the Blues. 106 out of the Jets. Goes the Wild, the Preds, and the Avalanche. 3 playoff teams are contenders. I couldn't quite make it. It was a tough division. That's a very tough division to be playing in. Points-wise, it's always very close. 1 or 2 out of the Kings coming in and flourishing in. 99 out of the Sharks. 98 out of the Flames. Golden Knights with 94. The Arizona Coyotes missed by 1 point. Could have just squeaked in there, but they couldn't. Edmonton with 41 points. That'd be a pretty good season. 88 points. 88 out of the Ducks, and Vancouver again struggling, losing all those players. They lost 5 of them. We go to the Atlantic. We got Boston. We got Detroit. We got Tampa and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Detroit, though, out of nowhere. What a season. Toronto, what? Oh, it's upside down. I was so confused. I was like, why does Toronto have the 4 seed? Okay, there it is. Detroit, though, had the 4 seed, 87 points. Buffalo didn't miss by much. Even with losing all those players, they didn't miss by much. Kind of impressive. Montreal, though, surprising, 64 points out of them. We go to the Metro. It's Capitals, it's Islanders, it's Flyers, and it's Devils. Some big teams missing it. Penguins, Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, all playoff teams, all not so much playoff teams without their undrafted players. The Rangers, 68 points as well, losing Georgie back there. But we'll go ahead here and finish up this season. We'll see who is our Stanley Cup champion. It's not going to be the Nashville Predators. I can tell you that much. Just by guessing by the fact they didn't make the playoffs, that's my guess, that the Predators aren't going to be the Stanley Cup winner. But we'll see who it's going to be for a good time. My prediction is going to be Detroit's going to pull up the upset. What do you think? Detroit, Stanley Cup winners, massive upset, EA? Waiting for you. They're thinking about it. They're getting a celebration ready. And your Stanley Cup champions are the Dallas Stars. We had the D part right. You see that? There, we was close. Dallas, big win for them. Stanley Cup winners. Take all the undrafted players away, and the Dallas Stars are going to be the team that flourishes. But the more important question is, I don't think we lost too many players that take home awards. But we'll check just in case to see what happened here. Sagan, that's my boy. Art Ross, you go, Sagan. Hurt Memorial as well. James Norris going to Shabbat. There you go, Shabbat. Lady Bean going to Tyler Sagan. The Calder going to Pedersen. I don't think anybody but Pedersen ever takes that home. Conn Smythe, Radulov, Holtby with the Vezina. William Jennings going to Tuukka. Radkos Gudas. Bo Masterton. Was he undrafted? Where did I see him at? I seen him so. I think I was looking at something else for countries or something. The Franklin J. Selke went to Bergeron. Lindsay going to Sagan. The Maurice Richard. I didn't notice he had more goals than Ovi. How about that? You go, Sagan. What a season for Sagan. Go, Sagan, go. Otherwise though, guys, that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a big thumbs up would be appreciated. You can hit the subscribe button if you want as well. If you don't, not a big deal. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.